gospel. It captivates your mind. It quickens your heart. It soothes your soul. Reaching the masses. Quakin gospel. Through gospel music, arts, and events. Like you've never seen before. More than just a show. It is Quakin gospel. Live gospel changing lives.
Ezekiel chapter 37 and the verse 7, and it reads, "And as I prophesied, there was a noise, and suddenly a rattling, and the bones came together, bone to bone." In other words, there was a quaking, and the bones came together, bone to bone. Welcome on board, guys. My name is Sheila, and this is Quakin Gospel.
Quakin gospel.
So coming up on the show today is our ever controversial M-Hype segment, and of course we'll be delving into some amazing facts, which is new, but I'm sure you will laugh. Then we will be rolling with one of Ghana's finest gospel musicians in our hangout session. Then on events, we will be checking out how Travis Greene and his team did over the weekend at Empowerment Worship Center, and of course some event highlights coming up real quick. So let's do a quick 360. We will be right back.
The gospel is quaking because the gospel is powerful and it brings change. Anything that quakes changes things. So come and be a part of the Quaking Gospel station. Listen to all that you need to know, not only about God, but about the rest of us human beings and the way we will serve God.
So welcome back from that quick commercial break. You're still on Quakin Gospel. So let's kick off straight into our event segment. We are doing throwback with Joe Metals' encounter last year. Enjoy.
Quakin gospel. Quakin gospel. Gospel.
Hello, this is Quakin Gospel, and this edition is a throwback of excerpts of Joe Metals' Encounter 2015. He went tribal by singing one of his favorite Ghana songs to clear the misconception that Ghanaians do not sing their language.
I think for some time now, people have been saying that we the Ghanaians, we don't sing our language. But we do. No problem. I'm a fair, I'm a also.
And now, this is where it got more hotter, exciting, and swagged up. Enjoy this.
Quakin. Quakin Gospel.
He promised that it's an encounter, and to the glory of his name, we've had that encounter. So I'm humbled and grateful. I think it's God, the thirst for what he wants me to do and following exactly what he's called me to do and not doing other things based on society's decision and others. So I'm just grateful.
Quakin Gospel.
Start on time. Hey God's people, my name is Joe Metal and you're watching Quakin Gospel. Don't go anywhere. Quakin Gospel, they said this the new shake. What do you say? Shake, shake, shake. Alright, God bless you.
Quakin is the new shake. Loud, loud, loud. That's what we're all looking for. Hey guys, this is Niela and you're watching Quakin Gospel. And guess what? Quakin is the new shake.
Quakin Gospel.
So Travis Greene and his team visited us right here in Ghana, and I must say he pulled quite a crowd to the Empowerment Worship Center, Achimota. Enjoy.
Empowerment Worship Center, headed by Prophet Gideon Danson, held a 4-day Word and Prophetic Conference dubbed Gathering of the Cloud 2016. The final evening of the conference was climaxed with an awesome musical explosion with the world's current trending anointed gospel singer who doubles as a youth pastor, Travis Greene from the USA. He took stage right after the choir's ministration, and as heavy as the clouds were, he had no option than to let the rains of spirit-filled and soul-searching songs fall on the night. Travis Greene was a blessing to every patron on the night, most especially to some individuals who by divine selection received $500 each from him whilst he was ministering on stage.
I've never done this before. Who in here is trying to go to college, but you're having financial problems? Anybody in here? the blue shirt. Come up here. I think it's a female right here behind the white shirt. Yeah, that's you. Come on, you the first one right there. Come up here. Come on stage. The female right there in the white and black. You, yeah. God, I thank you for making a way. These are your children, that were your children before they were the children of their parents. So I thank you for making a way. Finances come in the name of Jesus. Provision. You are Jehovah Jireh. So provide for every vision you give. Provide the provision. We thank you for it in Jesus' name. I'm giving each one of y'all a $500 scholarship.
Now let's take some feedback from some audience who made it to the event.
It's exactly what I expected. You know, the Travis Greene coming. You know, all the things Prof was saying. It was just amazing. It's just
I would say the Gathering of the Clouds has gone really well. The word to use has been awesome. It's just been awesome. It's been great. It's been prophetic. And as the Gathering of the Clouds has been our prophetic conference, all ministers have been on point. Pastor Caesar Morrison was great. Pastor Edward Watson was awesome. And Prophet Gideon on Friday was on fire.
Well, I didn't come expecting to get money for school. I mean, physical cash for school. So it's amazing, and God just encourages us in many different ways.
It was awesome. It was on another level.
It's never been an experience like this for me. It's been one that I don't think I would have gotten it anywhere else, but in the presence of the Lord, Gathering of the Clouds has been a blessing to me, to my family, to everybody.
From the experience we've had so far, we can only say Travis Greene was divinely sent for a life-transforming purpose.
We believe in excellence. We stand for the truth. Our hallmark is to produce the best. And only the best for the nation and worldwide. We provide high-status education, spiritually tuned atmosphere. We are defined as Pentecost University College.
So welcome back from that quick commercial break. Let me remind you real quick that Quakin Gospel is into event publicity and musician hype. So if you are an artist out there, an upcoming artist or an artist, just contact us if you need promotion on your song or any other thing you may be cooking up in your camp. Contact us on 02000-74544. Or if you're just somebody who needs nothing but the best Christian entertainment, well, you are in the right place. Just check us out on our social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and of course YouTube.
The gospel is quaking because the gospel is powerful and it brings change. Anything that quakes changes things. So come and be a part of the Quaking Gospel station. Listen to all that you need to know, not only about God, but about the rest of us human beings and the way we will serve God.
I have a very special guest on our Hangout segment today. She's an award-winning musician. She's a super duper mom and now a radio personality. She's none other than the sensational Ohemaa Mercy. She warmly opened her home to us and we had a great time. Take a look. preview. Okay, so how did music start for Ohemaa? How did Ohemaa Mercy come about?
I remember Church of Pentecost, Koforidua. Yes. Yeah, we met to Church of Pentecost. Growing up at the age of 9 years, na yatonyom Sunday school. Every one, I went to secondary school. Hono na nyame yadom and anadom ba meswa. I was one of the music group. I know my friend Golden Bells. I was the president.
Wow.
And being the president, you have a lot of tasks.
Yeah.
You know, you have to pray, you have to read more, you have to do this. I developed a lot. I remember that was where me who say I don't know, like me who say me to me after ama and for I falling under the anointing.
Wow.
People accepting Christ through my ministry.
At that tender age,
you know.
What inspired you after secondary school? Then she will cry to start up a whole ministry into something as huge as this.
Yes, we were singing most of the times in churches and all that. But I remember somewhere 2003, 4, I was married, and my husband was the one that really inspired me a lot. He realized it's not solely singing in churches, moving to conventions and all that. He was was looking at far. And 2004, that was where we met a man that really helped us to the studio, and then 2005-06, I came up with my first album.
Wow, that's amazing. Which song was it?
Adam for Papa.
Wow.
Adam for Papa. And me wadam for Papa, baby.
Yeah.
And then on the same album we have Mati me ho. If I was some Sam,
yeah, that's
we have a lot of people.
That song, that particular song made a hit like that.
Because the video was so awesome.
Yeah.
And had a lot of impact. Seriously.
That is very true. Okay, so you are doing radio now, and I think you are just doing amazing. So tell us, how did radio happen for you?
I want to thank God for the lives of Despite groups of companies, because they have really given me the platform to impact on people's lives, because it's not easy. 1 hour going on radio, have an encounter with Christ, listening to the voice of God before moving, reading the word of God and all that. It's not easy, but most especially when people call and this word. I remember when I preached about your enemies are not God. It's a message that up till now people talk about. And I have a personal friend, Papa Popo. He has been a wonderful friend that we do it together. We are not doing it for anybody, but we are doing and impacting on people's life. So Arise and Shine still goes on 4:30 to 5:30. It's a awesome experience.
Let us into your family. Let's know about your husband, your kids, and then how Ohemaa Mercy, how you are coping with family and your ministry.
I have a wonderful husband, Mr. Isaac Chumampo, for my ministry. I say, we have wonderful 3 boys.
Wow.
First born Yameche, second born Inshira, and the third born Asida. By the grace of God, and I love my family because oneness. And by the grace of God, if you have somebody that really know where you are going, carries your vision, and most especially is your husband. And always pray that you do what God wants you to do.
I understand he's your manager.
It's a blessing. It's a blessing, and I thank God for his life.
Wow. What do you do for fun, Ohemaa? You work. you are always in the studio or on stage or in the house. What do you do for fun?
Apart from my music, the music aspect of it, where I do rehearsal, me and my husband, we do go for gym. Apart from that, I have time for my kids, where sometimes I love to drive a lot. When
I'm doing 1 minute,
when I don't have any program, I have to drive around town sometimes alone with my kids.
Wow.
My husband has to be in the house.
Why?
And then sometimes we play football.
Wow.
My second born is the Mercy.
He's the Mercy.
My husband is number 4. I'm number 3, and Nyamiche, our first born, is number 9.
And so who is the goalkeeper?
I think Asida is now going to be the coach.
The coach.
But I am the goalkeeper, the coach, and everything.
Hey.
I put down my rules, and nobody has to. If you are not going according to my rules, you are in trouble.
You'll be kicked out of the team. Ohemaa, what food do you like best?
Food.
And I understand you can cook,
Really?
like some serious cook.
Small, like me a fantini. Tino, well, we need to show any idea.
And then fancy.
From a Apa me pekoponte me person me experience koponte ni me kwa ye twita. Na dako me bomo de aye bi. Me invite mo ammo be di.
Pacho invite you do.
Apart from that na me pe nkwan ye pa stew. Nso ye pa. My best food is banku and tilapia with some powerful pepper. Me pe me ko bebre. That's life. Pepper, tomatoes, and sometimes me put ni one of my jam the okro no. Man kwaya yetuchanya adwa eguma na haba no.
Hey,
and maniko yepa.
Wow. It's
imagine that. Me afraid
Ohemaa, you are always looking fly, even as a freshman. I mean, you are looking good. You look like you are 16 right now. Why are you young? So how do you keep it? How do you keep this freshness?
Easy. I have to go for gym. I have to sometimes run, do some jogging because you always have to be fit to be on stage. And apart from that, most especially the brand, it has to go with the brand. So I'm very, very much particular about my personality, my appearance, what I wear when I'm going for programs, what I wear when I'm going out. It's very, very important. My achievement, I can say 10 years in Mono. Yankopon specifically 2006, the album no ever out no 2005 or see me this year 5 years ahead or the me bo ebe wura adefufum ni aka ni nyina na afiansa na me ministry ankasa be shaase it remember no say experience na ankasa ne yenye bi na mom no eba no enum tuom say ma achieve me height the afiansa na me be shaase
o be shaase mponi
fe kura ansa na me be shaase Adiabako is so amazing I received in my life. I am a Nyankopon. Ombu napam so that when President Kufuor 2008. Wow, what they made. It was so amazing. Kufuor na me ni omo were the same category na me akola ketwa ya friend say ye ba award me no na me hunu say hu pa ma me hunu say no cross David not that stressful enrara de kofa ni free wa be see na here
now baby Ohemaa, what do you want to be known for? What do you want to be known for? Say Ohemaa, yebo Ohemaa dia, what should come on people's minds?
Ohemaa Mercy, I want to be known for a Ghanaian gospel musician that really had an impact on the lives of people, especially the youth, not only in Ghana, but across the world, and most especially the Christ part of me. People having the assurance in Christ that He is the hope of our glory.
My heart desire is to let the youth know that the Lord is still in His work, and if you believe in God, He's able to do whatever your heart desires. I know in this end time, we need the youth mostly to come around Jesus, to accept Jesus, and to do the will of God. And that is what my heart desires, to affect the youth mostly. So I know the God that has called me to always give me the strength to do it. And that is what I'm doing.
And this is just the beginning for her. You're just doing so great. I want to take this opportunity to just congratulate you and celebrate you just this moment, that you are awesome. Yeah, and you're really doing so much for the world. Thank you.
We believe in excellence. We stand for the truth. Our hallmark is to produce the best. And only the best for the nation and worldwide. We provide high-status education, spiritually tuned atmosphere. We are defined as Pentecost University College.
Quakin Gospel.
So did you know that Pope Francis fell in love with a girl before becoming a pope? Well, this and more on our Amazing Facts segment coming right up. Stay tuned.
Hello, my name is Cristando. Today on the Amazing Facts segment, we have Pope Francis was once a bar bouncer at Buenos Aires, Argentina, and we decided to speak to a theologian about it, and this is what he had to say.
It's quite interesting, it's quite fascinating. It is on record that before the Pope became what he used to be a bar bouncer, and that is a kind of a guard or a security personnel who guards and checks the doors or gates of bars, making sure no underage person enters the bar, or make sure there is order, law and order at the bars. At the same time, he also worked as a janitor, cleaning floors, doing some cleaning work. And also, he worked as a chemical tester. It is also on record that when he was young, before he entered seminary to become a Catholic priest, he fell in love with a young lady and wanted to marry. That would have prevented him from swearing the oath of celibacy. But somehow he managed to overcome that, entered the seminary, trained very hard, worked very hard, became a priest, and then eventually became a pope of the Catholic Church. Now, the lesson we can learn from this story from Francis is that he did not become a pope overnight. He had to work through it. He had to work hard. He had to persevere. And before then, he was willing to do menial job before training himself to become what he finally got to. Now, what this tells us, especially young people, is that we do not achieve greatness overnight. We need to be patient. We need to work hard. We need to take time to educate ourselves, train ourselves, develop our skills, careers, develop professions, and then with time, the Lord permitting, we'll be able to make it in life. What happens to most people is that we want to get rich very quickly. And in the event of trying to get rich very quickly, we bring all kinds of troubles and problems onto ourselves. If you're a Christian, if you are somebody who is trusting in the Lord for success, it is the Lord who gives the power to become successful, the power to become rich or wealthy. And so my advice to young people is that we take time to develop ourselves, take time to train ourselves, take time, and gradually the Lord will bring us to the level that we are so desiring to become. Also, when you're a young person and you are getting into the world of work, don't right away immediately want to do a white-collar job that will pay you thousands of cedis or whatever. But be willing to accept menial jobs. Be willing to do little things. And it is these little things that will create opportunities for the bigger things. And so yes, Francis made it from a janitor or from a bar bouncer to a pope. We can also make it. We can also become the kind of people God has ordained for us to become. And so encourage yourself, trust in the God that you serve. Don't think that by doing anything menial means that you are degrading yourself. But all these things, I believe, are areas that God is using to prepare you. And so cheer up, keep it up, and you'll make it. God bless you.
Quakin Gospel.
So lesson there, guys, that is, you should know that God can pick the roughest rock and turn it into the perfect gem. And talking of perfectivity, if there's a word like that, please check us out on Facebook for the Perfect Christian Entertainment Show, or on our social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and of course on YouTube. Or you can call us on 02000 74544.
Quakin Gospel.
The gospel is quaking because the gospel is powerful and it brings change. Anything that quakes changes things. So come and be a part of the Quaking Gospel station. Listen to all that you need to know, not only about God, but about the rest of us human beings and the way we will serve God.
Quakin Gospel.
More insights into the contemporary gospel industry. Some truth coming up on our M-Hype segment with Marco and Danny.
Hi and welcome to the M-Hype World Special Chat, where we get to tell you exactly what's happening in the musicians community. You know, M Hype is basically music hype or musicians hype for that matter. We are hyping the music of the musicians. So if you're a musician out there, you want to be part of this, just give us a call, WhatsApp us and tell us, well, I got a song, I got this, I'm doing a program, and I want you to hype it. And you never know, you can be part of the top 10. So just before we give you the top 10 and what's happening, we want to tell you how you can be part of. Danny, just let them know how they can be part of the top 10. I mean, part of the selecting the top 10.
Yeah, we want our viewers out there in our homes, I mean online, wherever you find yourself. We want you to visit our Facebook page or all our social network page. Go to Twitter, go to Facebook. You'll get to see our selected top 20 artists on the page. All I want you to do is select your top 5. Let us hear from you. I mean, you can give your comments about your reason for selecting the top 5. We just want to hear from you, and that will help us with our polling.
Yes.
We want to involve you as well.
So
It will inform our decision when it comes to the chart.
When it comes to the chart. So go there and then select your top 5.
Now, before we go to the top 10, we want to find something else. You can start thinking about it, but the discussion is starting from here. And then we continue on our social media pages. Does being a contemporary gospel musician or doing a contemporary gospel music pay in Ghana? We'll be right back.
Hello, thanks for staying on. You're still watching Quakin M Hype Top 10. In case you missed the previous edition, the chart remains the same. We had the famous Francis Samo, the Ngoba Man, as number 10 with 42%. Oh wow. And moving on, number 9, Ohemaa Mercy with 45%. Whoa, the angelic singer. Opokusena, whoa, the finest bassist in Ghana and beyond, as number 8 with 58%. And then we had the Crazy Love, the God is Working Dude, Akase Brempon as number 7 with 59%. And then moving on, we had the Healing Stream Man, Jeshurun Archery as number 6 with 62%. And then on top of it is the Queen Mother herself, Ohemaa Mercy as number 5 with 64%. Whoa, that's so wonderful. The typical urban gospel, Pastor Helen Yorson as number 4 with 65%. And wow, Selena Boateng, she had number 3 with 74%. Whoa, and the household man, Joe Metal, the versatile guy, as number 2 with 78%. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have Pastor Isaiah Fosukwachi Jr., the sensational and skillful worship leader, still leading the Quakin M Hype Top 10 chart. So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been your Quakin M Hype Top 10. Stick and stay and keep watching.
One very interesting thing, I mean, what I told you before we left, does being a gospel musician, contemporary gospel musician, or doing a contemporary gospel music pay in Ghana? I mean, one very interesting topic. Does it pay in Ghana now to be a contemporary gospel musician?
Well, we are looking at two things. Payments can come in kind or in cash.
Okay.
So are we looking at in kind or we are looking at in cash?
Let me rephrase it. Danny, can I stop every job I'm doing and then go full time into contemporary gospel?
I think
can I stop my job?
I think as it stands now, per my view, if anybody does that decision in our current circumstance as a country.
Okay, as a country.
As a country. I mean, because people do contemporary gospel music outside the borders and they're making it. But with what we find right now in Ghana, it will be suicidal. I think so.
Whoa.
You
suicidal,
can't,
that's
yes, you can't depend on contemporary gospel music.
So you are telling me you are telling me if you see your thing is not doing for you. You're telling me Neo
I want to disagree with you.
I want to disagree. I doubt if they only do contemporary gospel music.
Okay, so it can be a full-time job.
It can be a full-time job, but as of now, I don't think it will be viable if anybody ventures into it? Because it doesn't pay.
It doesn't pay.
It doesn't pay.
Okay.
What do they earn?
But I'm disagreeing with Johnny on this one.
Fine, but
what I'm saying is, it doesn't pay. Say it doesn't pay for the majority, because some people it's paying for them. I'm looking at a person like Joe Metal. Now, Joe Metal may not fully be...
Yeah, Joe Metal is doing a hybrid music.
Yeah, and he may not fully be doing music, as in solely music for to earn him. I mean, to live, you know. But Joe Metal is doing very well. I mean, what is making Joe Metal so different from the others? What I think it boils down to is putting down strategies. Knowing that, okay, I'm venturing into contemporary. I know contemporary. I know contemporary is a very dangerous grounds in Ghana, because one, it's new, and people accepting. People accepting. People don't adapt to change, but it doesn't mean we don't like variety. Let's not get it twisted. We love variety, so you make it better, we will definitely buy. And then the money comes in. So it boils down to the personality, putting down properly laid down.
I think your example as Joe Metal. You are using Joe Metal.
I am using Joe Metal.
I don't know how much he earns per a song release out there. People release songs beyond our borders and they make millions of dollars.
Well, we are talking of the country.
No, but yes, I'm saying that it doesn't pay because you go for a program, they give you 1,000, 2,000. It's not worth it.
I don't think contemporary gospel musicians are making a fortune. But I mean, who says it's about fortune making anyway? The reason we are in this is not for the wealth, it's not for the fame, but we have a mandate and a calling to our generation. That's the reason we do this. I don't think we do this for the money. I don't think we are making fortunes either, but the satisfaction of touching souls and imparting people is what keeps us going. And if you compare us to what the secular guys are making, you realize that compared to what we have, it's peanuts. But our satisfaction is in the fact that we are making impact and we are driving souls into the kingdom of God, and that is what gives us satisfaction.
Yeah, I'm saying that it doesn't pay. I mean, if you look at the stress they go through to bring out their songs, look at the toils they go, the preparatory stuff they go through to come up with a concert, and pay for all the lighting, all the sound, and they finish with the whole concert. They finish with the whole concert, and they earn, let's say, maximum 5,000.
How do you know that? Are your facts right? No.
I mean, my facts, I can tell you on a fact.
Evolution, if Impact Project will do a program continuously for 10 good years, why would they repeat the program if it doesn't pay? Or if it's not worth it? I'm sure money is coming in. Yeah, it may not be chow like we are expecting, like in terms of payment, but I'm sure they are really making money one way or the other. And yes,
this is the question on board. Now, as we sit here, 2016 April, can you do a subtopic under? Is it paying? Yes. Can you do it as a contemporary as a full time? And I'm asking myself, the people on board, Kwesi Oting, Ohemaa Mercy, the Denzels, the Sanais, the Zutes, can you do it full time without doing anything? So you go and play a gig and finish, you go and sleep for 1 week or 2 weeks. Who?
Right now, I'm an indie artist. You know what that means. I manage myself, I produce myself, I transport myself to shows, I drive myself. I think I know it pays, but right now, it's not paying now because event organizers are not pushing in a lot of money to take care of the artists. I would need to put in a lot more in terms of promotion you know, because when people see you on TV, you're on the radio, especially TV, you're on their phones, you're on YouTube, you have a lot of videos. I have 2 videos on YouTube. We need a lot more so people know who Fafa is. So, you know, then I get a lot of invites to shows, and then I make a lot of money. You get what I'm saying? So, yes, we need a lot more promotion. I need a lot more promotion, and it takes money. I need a producer. Because if I'm doing this by myself, if I'm where I am from my pocket, and someone else comes to support, it's going to be bigger. So that's what I need. I need a producer to push it. And then once you're big, you're out there, you're on their phones, they know who you are, your value, and they'll start paying for what you have, for the product. Yeah, so it pays. There's a lot of money in it, but it takes time.
Now the question is, can you do this as a full-time job? So you know that at the end of every month, I'm going to receive 5,000 Ghana. Okay, I was working with this company and I was receiving 3,000 Ghana cedis every month. Now at the end of the month, me as a musician, I do contemporary gospel music. The gigs I go, my CD sales, my online sales, everything, I'm going to get 3,000. Is it viable? Is it workable in Ghana?
I think right now in Ghana it's not workable because the structures are just not there. Where are you going to earn that money from? Where? Is it from your record label? We don't even have record labels. I mean, managing contemporary gospel artists in Ghana.
That leads me to my next inner question.
So it will be very difficult.
That leads me to my next inner question. Do we have a system like so? Because I was actually going to ask proper producers and managers managing artists and events that you know, okay, things are going to go like, because once there's a manager, then there's a product, and then things are going to go as natural as the corporate environment goes. Now, do we have proper managers managing these things? Sheila?
Well, that is where I will agree with you, because I do not think, you know, I do not think when it comes to the gospel industry, maybe, I don't know how it works for the locals, like the people delving into
the local,
So I don't know how it works for them, but when it comes to contemporary, it's hard for you to meet somebody and say, oh, no, you go talk to my manager. It's just a few. And you can, out of 10, you can pinpoint just say one person saying, go to my manager. Meaning those structures are not really in place.
Okay, so maybe they are shallow, because I've spoken to 1 or 2 people who told me, okay, go to my manager. Like, there was one time I was talking to Ohemaa Mercy, she was like, okay, speak to my manager. And I was like, whoa. And the manager of the husband. And I was talking to Niela some other time, and Niela was like, okay.
I know cousin, I think
you need to speak to my manager. I don't know the relationship.
Marco.
Brother.
Marco, believe you me, or how do they say it?
Yeah.
These people they call managers are not managers. Some of them are blood relations, some of them are deacon friends in churches.
I mean, but if you're a deacon friend in church and you can manage,
we are talking about proper management. Proper management. You decide on which concept to be.
I mean,
we don't.
Product,
I think it's not paying as much as it should. I mean, you can tell from even the people, the musicians themselves. You can hardly find one person who says, I'm a full-time contemporary musician. Most of them are working with the banks, they are doing part-time. And that in itself should tell you that the industry itself hasn't got, the capacity to really fend for the artists in all the areas. And I think number one is because of the industry itself. The Ghana industry is almost non-existent, for want of a better word. It's not properly structured, it's not paying royalties, it's not helping with promotion. You need to really struggle, And so if you don't really have the financial muscles, it's hard to push your music. The other thing is also the musician's own lack of management, because everything is sellable if you can have a plan or a strategy to sell it, and most of them are concentrating on just the art without the commerce. But it takes money to record, it takes money to promote, it takes money to shoot a video and so on and so forth. And so if there's no management to handle managerial stuff, so the artist can just focus on artistry, it becomes a problem. And that's the main challenge, especially with the contemporary gospel industry.
Yeah, I was saying, I mean, we are talking about branding, we are talking about the artist having a producer, good management, the artist should be commercialized. But I also think, I brought it up that the artist, him or herself, should be good. Yeah. I mean, that was what the content. That was what
I think that the content is part of the branding, because then when you sometimes some of the musicians are just raw materials. I mean, fortunately, some of them, unfortunately, sorry, some of them are raw materials. So you pick them and you need to convert them from raw materials to products. I mean, I find technically, I go to events and people are musicians, they are singing, they are off key, they are off timing, and they are doing some wrong flips here and there. And I mean, you can't sell such a product, and that's the idea. Because you need to turn yourself from a raw material. Maybe I had a raw gift. I know my voice is not too bad, but I go off timing. I need to begin to train myself on timing. Or then I'm a raw material. So the whole branding process is this. So you pick yourself, or you get a manager to pick you, and then you begin to convert yourself from a raw material to a product, then a good product, of course. Then even if it's not too good and it's manageable, people will begin to buy, as you know.
That was why I was stressing on the individuality point. You know, it starts from you, the artist. So you will have to see yourself, and you will have to have passion for it enough for somebody to notice you, to be able to groom you, as Mark is saying. So content is content, you know. Like he's saying, definitely, there's a saying that goes, practice makes man perfect. So the more you practice, and consistency pays off. So the more you keep practicing, and then you keep doing what you love, irrespective of whatever anybody else thinks, definitely it will come out well.
Yeah, I think on that note, it's good. It's good. You need to practice. You need to develop yourself. You need to brand and rebrand. Like off stage, one of the things that we were discussing was the fact that if you want it to be paying, it could be paying.
Yeah.
Even though the market is not huge, but the thing is that it's not huge because it's new. And we need to work it out.
Yeah.
Definitely, there are people who will love your products. I mean, you sing well, or your level is at C. There are some people who love that level. Yeah. But you need to find them. That's the job. You need to find those people so they can buy. And once you get them, they buy, and it begins to be paying. But it probably will take a while. But look, guys, keep up and don't lose hope. And let's keep doing the good job. We'll see you later. Bye.
Quakin Gospel.
So signing off, do not forget that Jesus loves you, so please love him back, and we love you too. So love us back. How? By signing up on our social media platforms. Do not forget to follow, like, and subscribe, or just WhatsApp us on 02000 74544. Be good. Bye bye. Stay on top.
Quakin Gospel. Quakin Gospel. Quakin Gospel.